There was a groundbreaking research study done about Debarquement Syndrome by Mount Sinai in 2014, and most people with Debarquement Syndrome and clinicians who treat it don't even know about it. My name's Amy Moore. I'm a vestibular physical therapist, which means I treat dizziness and vertigo-related conditions, including Debarquement Syndrome. Debarquement Syndrome is a chronic sensation of swaying, rocking, or bobbing following travel or exposure to moving surfaces. With Debarquement Syndrome, most people have all negative tests involving the inner ear and their neurological balance systems. And oddly, patients with Debarquement Syndrome tend to have a relief from symptoms whenever they are on a moving surface, like riding in a car. In 2014, Mount Sinai's research team, led by Minjia Dai, discovered a very effective treatment tool for people with Debarquement Syndrome involving watching moving lines and moving the head. During this study, they asked participants to note their rocking sensation that is specific to them through accelerometers on their wrists. They also measured each person's postural sway from the floor, which told them which direction that person felt that they were swaying. Using each person's sway frequency and intensity, they were able to prescribe a custom exercise program of lines moving in the opposite directions for them to look at and a roll pattern for their head to do while they were watching the lines move. The intended purpose of this exercise, per the researchers themselves, is this cross-axis stimulation was designed to readapt the vestibular ocular reflex, also known as VOR, specifically targeting velocity storage in the brainstem, mechanisms thought to keep Debarquement Syndrome alive. What this means in layman's terms is they're trying to readapt the way that your brain thinks about visual stimuli in order to kill off the Debarquement symptoms. The results of this study were groundbreaking, with 70 to 78% of the participants feeling a 50% reduction in their symptoms and their postural sway readings reducing as well. And a year later, about half of these participants maintained these gains, with about 27% of them being completely symptom-free. This simple treatment method of watching moving stripes with matching head rolls was the first known consistently effective treatment approach for Debarquement Syndrome that has shown to have consistent and long-lasting results. So how can we make this a consistent and easy-to-use treatment strategies if we don't have a big machine to measure a patient's postural reactions or to play moving lines in their visual fields or arm accelerometers to measure their sway? Find out in part 2.